Hey guys, stop whatever you're doing and listen up for a second. Right now, there's something big going on that could make some kinds of silver investments totally worthless by the time the markets open on Monday morning. I'm not talking about the real silver bars or coins you keep in your safe at home. I'm not talking about the big long-term picture for silver either. What I'm talking about are certain specific silver investments that millions of regular Americans own, and those could get hit with huge losses really fast. This is the most serious video I've ever made. All the warning lights are flashing red. Everything is lining up in a bad way. If you own the wrong kind of silver investment, you could wake up Monday and find your money is gone, frozen, or cashed out for way less than it's really worth. I'm going to explain exactly which silver investments are in danger, why the risk is happening right this minute, what the warning signs look like, and what you can do to protect yourself before it's too late. You basically have hours left, not days. What you decide to do between now and Monday morning could decide if you keep your money or lose it all. Go ahead and subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. I'll be posting updates all weekend as things keep changing. Like this video and drop a comment so more people see this warning in time. Share it with every person you know who owns silver, because they might not realize what's coming. Let me make this super clear. I'm not saying all silver is in trouble. If you have real physical silver that you actually hold yourself, it's safe and won't suddenly become worthless. The long-term story for silver still looks really strong. This isn't me saying silver as a whole is going bad. What I am warning about are certain paper silver products that have risks from other people or companies involved. Risks from using borrowed money or built-in weaknesses that could turn into total losses this weekend. Those exact bad conditions are here right now. It's not impossible for this to happen, and if it does go wrong, the damage could be huge. Let's start with the first type of silver that could be worthless by Monday: leveraged silver ETFs and ETNs. These are funds that use special tricks and borrowed money to make silver moves bigger. If silver price goes up 5%, a 2x leveraged one goes up 10%. If silver goes up 10%, a 3x one goes up 30%. But it works the other way too. If silver drops 10%, a 3x one drops 30%. If silver drops 15%, a 3x drops 45%. We literally just saw silver crash 19% in one single day. A 3x leveraged product would have lost 57% of its value that day alone. And it gets even uglier. These leveraged funds have something called volatility decay. Even if silver price ends up staying the same over time, the leveraged ones can still lose money because they rebalance every day. In crazy volatile markets like right now, that decay happens super fast. Some 3x leveraged silver products have already lost 70 to 80% from their highest points. They're really close to becoming worthless. If we get one more big drop on Monday, these things could basically go to zero. And here's the scary part most people don't know. These funds can get shut down if they fall too low. The company running it can close the fund and pay you cash based on whatever tiny value is left. You'd get almost nothing back compared to what you put in, and no chance to get it back later. If you own any leveraged silver ETF or ETN, you're in danger right now. This wild up and down market is exactly what kills these products. Get out before Monday. Take whatever loss you have today instead of risking it all going to zero. The second type at risk is silver futures contracts that are about to expire soon, plus options on silver. Futures and options have end dates. When that date hits, your position either gets settled in cash or you have to take actual delivery of the silver. Most regular people can't take delivery of huge amounts of silver, so they have to close or roll their positions before the expiration. The problem is that the weeks when things expire get really wild with price swings. Big traders and market makers push prices in directions that help them. If you're on the wrong side, your contracts can become worthless before you can get out. Right now, we're heading into a big options expiration date. A ton of people have positions open. The fight between people betting up and people betting down is super intense. Prices could swing hard either way. If you hold options that expire soon and they're out of the money right now, they could go to zero on Monday. Even if they're in the money today, a big gap move against you overnight could wipe them out before the market opens. Futures and options keep trading overnight. By the time you wake up Monday, the damage might already be done. If you have any silver futures or options expiring in the next few weeks, you're at big risk right now. Close them now, or get ready for the chance they could be totally gone. The third type is paper silver, that depends on shaky companies or banks. Not every silver ETF is the same. Some actually own real silver stored in vaults. Others use complicated deals, swaps, and promises from big financial companies to give you silver-like exposure. If the company that made those promises goes broke or gets in huge trouble, your ETF could become worthless. Even if silver prices stay steady, your investment is really just a claim against that company, not against real metal. If the company can't pay, you get nothing. We just saw $1 trillion disappear from the stock market. Big financial companies are feeling real pressure. Borrowing costs are going up. The setup for big trouble at these companies is here. If a major company that backs these products fails over the weekend, some paper silver investments could open Monday worthless or trading stopped. Do you even know who the companies are behind your silver investment? Do you know what happens if they go down? Most regular investors have no clue. They think their ETF owns real silver, when really it's backed by promises from banks and firms. Check the papers that came with any paper silver product you own. Look for words like synthetic, derivatives, swaps, or counterparty stuff. If you see that, you have this risk from other companies. That risk could hit this weekend. The fourth type is silver. You hold inside brokerage accounts at companies that might run out of cash. Your brokerage account feels totally safe. You see your silver positions right there on the screen. But what if your brokerage company hits a cash crisis? We saw this happen with FTX in crypto. Accounts that looked fine suddenly became locked. People who thought they owned their crypto found out they were just waiting in line like any other person owed money in a bankruptcy. It took years to get even part of it back. Brokerage blowups don't happen all the time, but they do happen, especially during super stressful market times. We're in one of those times right now. $1 trillion just vanished from stocks. Volatility is through the roof. Margin calls are piling up everywhere. These are exactly the conditions that cause brokerages to fail. If your broker fails, your silver positions get frozen. You can't sell them. You can't move them. You just wait while the bankruptcy plays out. By the time you get your money back, if you ever do, the chance to do anything useful might be long gone. I'm not saying your broker is definitely going to fail. I'm saying the risk is way higher than usual. And if it happens, it usually hits fast over a weekend with zero heads up. You'll wake up Monday and find your account locked. Do you have all your silver at just one broker? Do you know how healthy that broker really is? Do you have any silver completely outside of any brokerage? These are things you should know. The fifth type is silver, held in other countries, where governments might lock things down. Some people keep silver in vaults overseas or through foreign investment setups for extra safety. That can help spread risk, but it can also create problems when things get bad. During big financial trouble, countries sometimes put capital controls in place. That means they stop or limit moving money and assets out of the country. If the country where your silver is stored does that, your silver might become impossible to touch. It's not worthless to everyone, but it's worthless to you if you can't get to it. Tensions between countries are high right now. Currency markets are all over the place. The conditions that make governments put controls on money are showing up in several places. If controls get put in place over the weekend, you'd wake up Monday unable to touch your silver. This risk is extra high for silver in countries with shaky governments, big currency problems, or a history of taking people's assets. Know exactly where your silver is stored. Understand the political and money rules in that country. Now let me tell you exactly what's happening right this minute that makes these dangers real, instead of just maybe someday. The huge $1 trillion crash in tech stocks has started a chain reaction of margin calls all through the financial world. Companies that looked fine last week are struggling for cash this week. The stress is real, and it's still going. China just stopped trading in a big silver fund after it crashed 40%. Chinese investors who wanted to get out were stuck. They couldn't sell at all. This happened in a huge modern market. It can happen anywhere. Silver had its worst single-day drop in 46 years just a few days ago. That 19% crash wiped out a bunch of leveraged bets. It set off margin calls everywhere. It created the exact stress that leads to big failures. Volatility is still crazy high. We're seeing $10 price swings in single trading sessions. That kind of wild movement puts pressure on every part of the system. Clearing houses, brokers, the companies on the other side of trades, market makers, everyone is feeling it. Weekends make it worse because markets are closed, but bad things can still happen. If something breaks on Saturday, you can't do anything until Monday. By then, it might be way too late. The risk of big overnight gaps is huge. Here's what could specifically go wrong between now and Monday that would set off these problems. A big brokerage or bank could announce massive losses from all this volatility. If those losses are bad enough to threaten the company staying alive, regulators might step in and freeze customer accounts. A large silver ETF could say they have to stop redemptions because they can't get enough real silver to match demand. When paper prices and real silver prices get too far apart, ETFs can't work right. Stopping redemptions protects the fund, but leaves regular owners stuck unable to sell. Exchange rules could change over the weekend. Places like COMEX could announce higher margin requirements, new position limits, or trading restrictions. These changes often happen when markets are closed, so people can't react right away. You'd wake up Monday to brand new rules that mess up your positions. A big company that provides the backing for silver derivatives could go under. Banks and trading firms that make these products possible could take fatal losses. Their failure would spread to every product that relies on them. Some big geopolitical news could break and cause chaos when markets open Monday. The world doesn't stop just because stock markets are closed on weekends. Wars heat up. Governments make surprise announcements. Any of that could cause huge gap moves that destroy risky positions. I want to be really clear. I am not saying any one of these exact things will definitely happen. I'm just saying the setup is there for them to happen. The risk is much higher than normal, and if you're not ready, the damage could be really bad. Now let me tell you how to protect yourself before Monday, because you still have a little time to move. First, make a full list of every silver thing you own. Write down which ones are real physical silver, which are paper, which are leveraged, which depend on other companies. Know exactly what you have. Second, get rid of or cut back on the riskiest stuff. If you own leveraged silver products, sell them now. Take the loss today. It's way better to lose some money than to lose it all. These things in wild markets are like accidents waiting to happen. If you have options or futures about to expire, think about closing them before the weekend. The overnight gap risk is huge. Even a winning position can turn to zero by Monday if prices jump the wrong way. If you have paper silver where you're not sure about the companies behind it, cut some of that position. Move some money into real allocated silver or actual physical silver you hold. That way, if someone else fails, it doesn't take you down. Third, spread your stuff across different brokers and places. If everything is at one company, one problem wipes you out. Move some to another broker. Move some completely out of brokerages. Build backup so no single failure gets you. Fourth, get some real physical silver that you personally hold. This is the safest thing against company failures, trading stops, broker problems, and rule changes. No one can freeze physical silver you have in your hands. It can't become worthless because of someone else's mess. I'm not telling you to sell everything and buy only physical. Just have some physical as a safety net, an amount that would help you if everything else got locked up. Think of it like your money lifeboat. Fifth, get your mind ready. Accept that Monday morning you might see big losses. Accept that some things you thought were safe could be frozen or worthless. Get yourself emotionally set for bad news so you can think clearly instead of panicking. If the worst happens, what will you do next? Have a plan ready. Decide your moves now while you're calm, not Monday morning when everything's crazy. To anyone who thinks I'm overreacting or just trying to get views, listen, everything I'm talking about has actually happened before. Leveraged products have gone to zero, brokers have failed, trading has been stopped, rules have changed over weekends, companies on the other side have defaulted. This isn't made up stuff. It's real history. The only difference now is that things are more extreme than usual. Volatility is at levels we haven't seen in years. Borrowing and leverage is way up. Financial stress is clear. World tensions are high. The chance of something breaking is bigger than normal. I'd rather warn you about a danger that ends up not happening than stay quiet and watch it destroy people. If nothing bad happens this weekend and everything is fine Monday, you've lost nothing by getting ready. But if something does happen and you're not ready, you could lose your whole silver investment. Your account could be frozen, your money security wrecked. The math is simple. Getting ready costs you nothing. Not getting ready could cost you everything. So do something about it. Here's my honest guess on the odds. Because you deserve the truth. I think the chance of a really bad event hitting silver markets this weekend is about 5 to 10%. That sounds small, but think about it. If there was a 5 to 10% chance your house burned down tonight, would you check your smoke alarms? Would you know where the fire extinguisher is? Would you have an escape plan? Of course you would. That level of risk means you get ready. Same thing here. A 5 to 10% chance of losing big on your silver means you take steps to protect it. You don't ignore it, you lower the risk. And honestly, 5 to 10% might even be too low given how stressed everything looks right now. Problems spread fast when markets are connected like this. One break can cause a bunch more. Get ready now, lower your risk now, protect your positions now. You have hours until markets open Monday. Use that time smart. Subscribe so you get my weekend updates as things move. I'll keep watching and post alerts if anything big changes. Turn on notifications so you see them right away. Drop a comment and tell me which of your silver positions worry you the most. Your questions help me know what needs fast attention. Share this video with every silver owner you know. They might not know the danger is coming. Your share could save them from a huge loss. The clock is running. Monday morning is almost here. Are you going to be ready?